What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far. So guys, it is time for update sneak peek number 2, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm really freaking antsy about this one. I've been dying to release this update sneak peek because it literally has all the stuff packaged inside of it that I love about this update. I'm really confident in saying this, that this is by far one of my favorite updates coming to Brawl Stars in a really long time. So we have new skins, we have new themes, but we do have specific things that we've been asking for as a community for a very long time, such as Life Leech, Graveyard Shift, as well as a new competitive game mode which is called Power Play that I feel like has so much potential moving forward inside of Brawl Stars lifespan. I'm so freaking pumped up. And guys, with this update coming around the corner, it's really important to remember to use that supported creator code on anyone that you would like. It really helps out your favorite content creators, so make sure to do that, as well as stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff once this update is released in regards to skin giveaways and things along those lines. It should be really fun. But yeah guys, let's carry on with the remainder of the video. Here we go. Okay guys, so first things first, we gotta address some of the changes that you're seeing on the screen right off the get-go. So yes, of course, top left, the profile changed just a little bit, as well as the trophy road, the icons, the buttons, nothing really laid out. Oh, and yeah, I almost forgot, where the hell, excuse my French, is our brawler? It's freaking see-through. Oh baby, we have the Graveyard Shift activated right now, which is one of my favorite changes within this update. Basically, if you guys have been around since Life Leech was implemented in the game, you have known that it was removed from the game for some reason. We really didn't get a good reason for it, but it made its way back in a very big way. So we have it selected right now, which is why our brawlers are see-through, which is freaking amazing. Just take a look at all these brawlers that we can pick that are see-through. I want to see my boy Mortis. That's so freaking cool. So next, I'd like to hop into the brand new skins being implemented inside the game, show you guys some of the gameplay so you can see the different animations. Yes, I repeat, there are different animations and they look freaking stellar. The Brawl Stars dev team has knocked the new skins out of the park, as well as I'm allowed to share with you guys how much they're going to cost once they're released, along with the ones that cost star points as well. So let's get straight away into that. The very first one that I want to show you is Witch Shelly, one of my absolute favorite ones. I feel like it's something to do with her cape when you're playing inside the game. It kind of reminds me of Mortis when he has his cape. Freaking amazing, and it only cost 150 gems. I feel like the Brawl Stars dev team has been pretty dang tame when it comes to the gem prices as of recently. 150, not too expensive, but you are paying for the beautiful animations that you see with the Witch Shelly. If there are any Shelly mains out there, I'd be surprised if we weren't playing with this sucker in game. The green, the spooky green, as well as the super that like spawns cats at the end, just looks amazing. Also, I do want to point out with all of these skins, guys, it is a holiday skin, so I would assume that they would be available for some duration, but then they would go away until the next Halloween when they would come back. So make sure to keep that in mind if you are potentially thinking about buying these skins. They are going to be limited to some degree, and I probably will be holding a giveaway or two in order for you guys to get these if you guys are free to play players. But enough with my ramble, let's get on to the next one. Probably my favorite animations coming from Witch Shelly in game. The next one, and I feel like this one has gotten a little bit overlooked by a couple content creators for Brawl Stars, and that is Werewolf Leon. So freaking epic. I know Leon is a fan favorite brawler by many out there, and this fits him so freaking well. And he also has a few different animation changes. He's also going to cost 150 gems. Next, moving on to our Piper skin, which I always forget how to pronounce it. Calavera Piper. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This one is going to cost 80 gems, and the reason for that is that there's no real animation changes, but again, it's going to be limited at some point. So I'd highly recommend, if you don't mind spending some gems here and there, pick these suckers up because they are going to be limited edition. Next, moving on to the final skin that's going to cost you a few gems is Frank. Though I want to point out right off the get-go, as you guys heard in the Brawl Talk, there was just some revamps to how Frank just looked, just his base model, a little upgrade is what Frank said in the Brawl Talk, and I think he looks much better. And then the skin, oh baby, DJ Frank looks freaking amazing. Perfect third skin for Frank. I feel like no one really uses Caveman Frank that much, but man, DJ Frank looks freaking amazing. He's holding like a jukebox on the end of his hammer, as you can see in the gameplay. No real animation changes, which is why it's only going to cost 80 gems for the Frank skin, and I'm not seeing it being a Halloween skin, so I don't think this one is going to be limited And the final skin that I have for all of you guys is the Star Point skin, and that is Dark Knight Jesse. Basically a grumpy Jesse that is, woke up on the wrong side of the bed and just all darked out. Basically the complete opposite of the Dragon Knight Jesse. Everything is just kind of darkened and made look spooky. Now, before you guys freak out about the price, hear me out. You guys will understand later on in the video, but this is going to cost you 10,000 star points. It sounds really, really high, but once we get into the new competitive game mode and the payback that you guys get, that you can potentially get from that game mode, you'll be really, really surprised from it. And I really think moving forward, if any new skins are implemented into the game that are worth star points, they're going to be a little bit higher moving forward. So we'll get into that later though. And the final simpler thing that I'd like to get into in today's video before we move on to the things that I'm super freaking hyped up about this update is we finally got voice acting for our fan favorite, and that is Leon. I want you guys to be the judge of this one. Let me know what you think about it.
Woohoo! Time to brawl! Ha ha ha! Yeah! Yeah! What's this? Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Let's go! What's this? We can do this! See ya! Yeah!
So, in my personal opinion, I feel like it fits him just fine. It's not anything like standoffish. He doesn't have that many like crazy, goofy voice lines. It's all like, yeah, let's go, like hooray, like just kind of quick, snappy lines, which is fine. It sounds like something that I would see Leon sounding like, but like I said before, let me know what you guys think about it. Okay guys, so next getting into some of my favorite changes in this update. And the very first one that I want to get into is the Graveyard Shift game mode, which is basically Life Leech. Now I do have some good news as well as bad news. The good news is Life Leech. We got it back in the game. It's so much freaking fun, really, really good for trophies, and I'm sure you guys are all gonna have a good time in that game mode. But the bad news is it's only gonna be available during our Halloween event. So eventually it's going to be gone. So really make use of it, have the most fun that you can with it while it's still in the game, but I'm assuming that will probably be back in the game next Halloween, but you have to wait a whole year, so take it how you will. I'm excited, but still kind of a little sad that it's going to be taken out of the game eventually. So the way that this temporary Graveyard Shift game mode is going to work, if you guys don't remember how Life Leech worked, is basically it's going to be available on this special game slot for as long as this Halloween event is going on, and it's going to be displayed as having those bats in the template of where Showdown is, and I believe it's only going to be on Showdown. I wouldn't see how this would work for any other game mode. Now, as for the actual rules, if you guys don't remember when Life Leech was inside of the game, basically how it's going to work is every single brawler is going to be consistently chipping down HP depending on their maximum HP. So Crow is going to be losing less health as compared to an El Primo. However, it's dependent on their maximum HP. So hypothetically, if every single brawler on the map stands in one spot, every single brawler is going to die at the same exact time. This makes it for fair gameplay during the actual game. Now, the way that you gain health, there are two different ways. Number one is the damage that you dish off to another opponent. You receive 80% of that damage back as health, as well as if you kill someone, you'll gain full health right off the get-go. So that could be kill stealing. Say someone tries for a really, really long time, gets the brawler down to 200 HP, you swoop in with a Piper, take that kill, you'll be all the way up to maximum HP. So it's really, really cool. It's a fun game mode. It really rewards high competitive gameplay, really aggressive gameplay, really fast matches, a lot of trophies. Now, another really, really cool thing about this that wasn't in Life Leech is you can play it in Duo Showdown. And the way that it's going to work is every amount of damage that your teammate does, you'll get that health back as well. So the health is shared for everyone. So if you pick up a kill, both your teammates will heal up to 100%. So Duo Showdown is going to be a lot of fun in this game mode as well. Also, a few other things that are implemented in this is there's going to be new background, there's going to be new music, new loading screen, decorations in the map with the new environment, and the new environment. So it's a really, really fun game mode. You guys are going to absolutely love it. I'm going to be playing this like no tomorrow until it is removed from the game when Brawloween is no longer a thing. So have fun with it while you can. Okay guys, so next around the corner to my absolute favorite thing being implemented inside this update, and just in general being implemented inside of Brawl Stars in a very, very long time, and that is the very first competitive game mode or thing being specifically directed towards the kind of competitive environment. Now, the reason this is directed towards more of the competitive environment inside of Brawl Stars is that you need to have at least one brawler maxed out inside of Brawl Stars to unlock power play. So you have to have one brawler with 1 star power. It's that simple. Now you can view this as somewhat of a bad thing if you're newer to this game, or you're more of like a free-to-play player, you don't have a maxed out brawler yet, you can't compete in this, which is kind of bad. But I promise you guys, the reward isn't super important for people who are a little bit earlier on inside of Brawl Stars. Basically, the only payout that you're going to get is star points in the very end. So really, in retrospect, it's more of like the fun of it for the competitive players that have been playing this game for a really long time and that might be sick of ladder pushing as of right now. Now, as for the basic structure of power play, moving forward inside of Brawl Stars, we'll now have 2 different ladder systems. Number 1, the one that we currently have, which is trophy based, as well as the new one, which is for power play. Now, the way that you compete on this ladder is every single day you'll be able to play 3 different matches, so it's selective. You need to make sure that you're playing to the best of your ability in order to get the most points out of those 3 games, which is why it's so important that you hop into VC, you play with people you know, as well as the best team comps for those game modes or maps that you're playing on. Now, how the point system works is every single victory that you get in a 3v3 game mode, you'll be awarded 30 points. If you get a tie, you'll get 10 points, and if you lose, you'll get 5 points. So you're still getting points, but it's in your best interest to try to shoot for that win. Now, in Showdown, it's all predicated on what place that you take inside of Showdown. Now, I don't know the point totals for each rank that you will get in Showdown, but still, if you are Showdown main, you'll still have the chance to get points in Showdown. I think it's going to be pretty decent. If you can secure a first place victory, you're probably going to get a good amount of points. But it doesn't stop there. There are these things called overwhelming victories, which is basically another way for you to get more points than you would with just a regular victory, which is all performance based, like if you play really, really well. So for example, in Gem Grab, if you win the match before the 15th gem is spawned, so if it's basically a shutout. In Heist and Siege, win with at least 80% of the safe health remaining on your safe. In Brawl Ball, if you shut the enemy team out, so if you get 2-0 by the end of the match. And then in Bounty, if you win by 10 plus bounty stars. Now, the only thing that I don't see on here is Showdown, so I'm assuming Showdown point system is going to be pretty OP to make up for that, but we'll have to see moving forward. As soon as I know that, I'll let you guys know. But if you perform better, you'll get more points, which is why you'll be seeing pro players at the top leaderboard, which is really, really important. Now, the rewards, the payback at the end of each season, which is the exact same as our ladder pushing season. So every single 14 days, the season will reset and we'll get our rewards. Now, I'm going to put a chart up on your screen, which is basically the payouts that you'll get depending on how many points that you get at the end of each season. So the points on the left is basically how many you're going to get. So at the very bottom, if you do manage to get 1,250 points, you'll be awarded 10,000 star points. And then as well as if you get into the top 200 global, you'll be awarded bonus points. So I'm assuming at that point you'll be above 1,250, so you'll get that base 10,000 star points as well as the bonus. So if you're in the 151 to 200 trophy range or point range or whatever global ranking, you'll get an extra 2,500, all the way up to if you get that first #1 spot on this leaderboard, you'll get an extra 50,000, so potential 60,000 star points for the #1 global rank on the PowerPoint leaderboard, which is really, really exciting. But at the very least, you're probably going to be getting star points even if you kind of play this casually. Now, you may be thinking, star points, there's not that much use for it right now. We really only have it to purchase skins inside the game, as well as sometimes brawl boxes, and only in really minimal quantities. So you can only buy 1 mega brawl box and 1 big brawl box with the amount of star points that you have. But I see a lot of potential with this. Right now, it's kind of in its beta phase, right? So the skins that we'll be receiving, like I mentioned before, like the Dark Knight Jesse skin, it's a little bit more expensive. So I'm assuming some of the skins that will be released are going to be a bit more expensive, as well as the potential I see is maybe different currencies in the near future, or maybe a special power play season where we compete for a particular brawl box that we get something really epic out of. I'm not sure, just a lot of really cool potential. So yeah, power play adds a lot of depth for the competitive players inside the game, which is literally what I've been asking for a very, very long time. I've been asking for challenges, basically challenges for a really, really long time, but this is like kind of quenches my taste. This is what I wanted for a very long time. It really is going to push me to get on and play 3 matches at least a day in that competitive environment with the best players that I can find on VC, with the best team comps. And I think you guys are all going to like it as well. We'll have to see where this goes in the future with other currencies really pumped up. Make sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about that in the comments down below. But yeah, really good update. I'm on board for everything. They have like the handful of things that we normally get with updates, like skins, new brawlers, new environment, as well as like end game stuff for like the competitive players inside the game, which is freaking amazing. Okay guys, so those are all the bigger things coming within this next update. Of course, with any update there's going to be some minor changes such as bug fixes, quality of life changes. We had the balance change update that we went over yesterday that's going to be dropping with the update. If you guys didn't see that, make sure to go check that out. But yeah, a lot of really exciting things. Hopefully you guys are all excited for the update, as excited as I am. I can't wait for this freaking thing to drop to have some fun, rip around with all the new crazy stuff. So yeah, make sure if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Also consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Be a part of the Ray fam. We would truly love to have you. So with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out.